The US deep state has found a new target, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, better known as ISKCON. The deep state and its assets have been targeting individuals linked to ISKCON, whether it is Tulsi Gabbard in America or Chinmoy Krishna in Bangladesh. Why is ISKCON being targeted? To know, keep watching this video where we will explain every little detail. Following the unceremonious removal of Sheikh Hasina as Bangladesh's PM, the country has been pushed into a turmoil with large-scale persecution of Hindus in an Islamic country. The chief advisor of the interim government of Bangladesh, Professor Muhammad Yunus, a Nobel laureate, has stated it all to be an exaggerated propaganda. In this situation, when the Bangladeshi Hindus were ignored by their local government, media and international bodies, the sole hope was seen under the leadership of ISKCON. This more than 50-year-old Hindu organization has stood up for human rights of Hindus in Bangladesh, and the result, it has been targeted by Islamists in the country. Individuals associated with ISKCON have been attacked while the authorities have been silently watching. The most notable example is of Chinmoy Krishna Brahmachari, who has been sent to jail in a sedition case. Formerly known as Chandan Kumar Das, Chinmoy is the spokesperson of Bangladesh's Sanatan Jagran Manch and the head of Pundarik Dham in Chittagong. He was also the former head of ISKCON in Bangladesh. Das was one of the towering figures among Bangladesh's Hindu minority, and he has also been quite vocal about the community's grievances amid violent attacks. Soon after this arrest, India's Ministry of External Affairs released a statement that we are concerned regarding the arrest of Chinmoy Krishna Das. Meanwhile, Bangladesh replied that it was an internal matter of the country. Agreed, it's an internal matter of Bangladesh, but if Hindus would be targeted in any part of the world, especially in the Indian subcontinent, that India cannot remain quiet. And this is not all. Just yesterday, the Muslim lawyer of Chinmoy Krishna was brutally killed outside the court premises. Supporters of Das were beaten too by the police authorities. On 26th of November, ISKCON reported that its social media page of Dhaka was targeted and removed by a group of Bangladeshi cyber criminals. Other social media pages related to ISKCON Bangladesh were also targeted by this same group. Notably, during the beginning of violence in Bangladesh against Hindus in August, the ISKCON temple was among the first Hindu institutions to be targeted by the Islamic mob. It seems as if there is a systematic violence against Hindus. Why is ISKCON and its members being attacked? At first glance, someone might think it's due to Islamic fundamentalists. And yes, that appears to be the reason at a surface level. But when we go beyond and look at another case from the US, a pattern emerges. Yes, we are talking about Tulsi Gabbard, who was recently appointed by Donald Trump as Director of National Intelligence. FYI, Tulsi Gabbard in her earlier years was connected to a Vaishnav Hindu sect named as SIF. This group was ideologically linked to ISKCON. Although Tulsi later distanced herself from SIF, she gradually embraced Sanatan Dharma, specifically the Vaishnav tradition. She has also been associated with ISKCON. For instance, here's a video of Tulsi singing a bhajan during an ISKCON event in 2016. Interestingly, Tulsi has also been attacked over her ISKCON links, or more specifically her Hindu roots. When Tulsi was nominated as DNI in the Trump administration, the liberal cabal in the US operated by a deep state was activated. The most recent abuse came from the Financial Times, which in an article by its editor Edward Luce suggested that the Hindu lawmaker is a devotee of an obscure religious cult. The main focal point of attacks against Tulsi in the US was an individual who is in cahoots with deep state assets. Here's Peter Frederick. His Twitter timeline is filled with rabid tweets against Tulsi Gabbard. He claimed how Tulsi has been supported by RSS in her career. Frederick has been groomed by ISI agent Bhajan Singh Bhinder, who is part of the K2 desk of the Pakistani intelligence agency. Interestingly, Bhinder and Frederick were also the co-founders of the Alliance for Justice and Accountability alongside Sunita Vishwanath of Hindus for Human Rights and Sheikh Ubaid of IMC. Even when Tulsi was running for 2020 US presidential candidate, she faced attacks from these organizations. The Indian American Muslim Council has platformed Peter Frederick's criticism of Tulsi Gabbard. What is the reason for this attack? Is it because of Tulsi's ISKCON association in Hindu faith? Is the deep state scared of a strong Hindu organization? Is it scared of strong Hindu followers who have will to stand up against them? Compare Tulsi Gabbard's case with Chinmoy Krishna in Bangladesh. As of now, it has been established how deep state has influenced departure of Sheikh Hasina in Bangladesh and installation of Muhammad Yunus as a new head. In an earlier video, we had explained how Yunus is the man of US deep state in Bangladesh. You will find that video in I button in YouTube. If you're watching in other social media platforms, it would be provided in the reply section. So we observe a pattern in Tulsi and Chinmoy. The deep state is now targeting Hindu organizations, and ISKCON is generally a soft target as it's one of the biggest global Hindu institutions. What's your opinion about this video? Do tell us in the comment section. If you liked our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on other social media platforms.